All right, are we in? Is everything working? Everything happy? Are we good? Good connection? That's annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry. Malco comes in. Malco tunes in. One of my favourite YouTube channels tunes in. I got Chris from the Halen guy, and it drops out. Bloody annoying. Anyway, guitar mystery solved. So, two things. Two wonderful things. One, my Les Paul type guitar, the Silverburst, which I adore, and was the first guitar I bought when I moved up here. Was like the first guitar I got as part of the tone palette for the studio. This thing, the Silverburst, ugly cheap brute, I know, but a set neck, and you know, but there was nothing on the headstock. I put that on there because I'm going to start to do something, and there's nothing there. But I have found out it's actually an Axel. So like my Strat and my Telly, both studio guitars, they'll never be going out. And the Les Paul as well, same story. All three of them are Axels. So the fundamental voices, because they were the first guitars designed, weren't they? Very rarely been bettered in terms of distinctive tone. The Strat, the Telly, and the Les Paul, and they're all Axel. So that's really cool. That ended up nice. And this is fabulous as well. The Paisley Telecaster with the weird Strat pickup. This, as you can see on the thumbnail of the half of this that's screwed up, this is a Cort from the 80s, and it used to have a lot. I was right about not one bit matching another. Not what it's true. This isn't the original neck, which I assumed and guessed. That's also right. It originally had a sort of Samick shaped headstock with a maple fingerboard and a nice yellowed sort of finish, you know, a bit like my ESP. Had that nice sort of vintage sort of orangey yellow finish. So this is something, you know, had it all been original and put together, this would have been a rare, well, it's a rare guitar, and it's from the 80s. I did not think it was from the 80s. I thought this was definitely like a 21st century guitar. So it's very cool to find that out. And as much as I've gone on about how interesting this is, I'm kind of thinking I want to maybe take it back to being like a proper Telly. I don't know. But I'm thinking that, you know, the whole reason I love Telecasters is their Telecasterness. This is like a hardtail Strat with a bit of something extra. Brilliant. Fucking love it. It's excellent and great idea. But, you know, the guy glued this thing. Someone made this pickup. This is a stacked coil for a Strat. And it's been adapted on a piece of cut tin. You know, someone's cut a triangle piece of tin. Bodge job. But, you know, it's all right. It's quite an interesting sound. I'm doing it clean with nothing, okay? Just absolutely nothing. Alright. Bridge. Neck. Both. So yeah, so like there, two mysteries solved. I've been playing the arse out of the Axel Strat, the snakeskin. Both of these two Axels, the Telly and the Strat here, had no sign of fretwear. They had a couple of dinks, but I think those happened in the shop. This, I think, has been in the shop window. This was new. And I'm playing it in. Do you know what? This thing is better every day. Every day I play it, it's just more live. I've got good feelings about this guitar. And while I thought it would be, you know, 80s hair metal, actually, when it's in my hands and whatnot, it looks kind of bluesy. It's got a nice warm sort of look to it. So, yeah. This here, this is an 80s Squire. This is my precision bass. This is a working bass, so it's it's been upgraded here and there, and but it's got a string snapped. I've got two sets of strings. They're too bloody short. But yeah, this is my Squire from the 80s, and it's plywood. Yeah, this is laminate. This is a laminated body. But the balance is all right. It's I like it because it's very bright and pingy and warm. It has all the characteristics I like in a P bass, and it's just brushing against vintage. I got a very good deal. The guy that I was talking about that I miss, his son actually put that together for me when he was in hard times, and he had lots of stock, sort of like leftover bits and bobs, and he was on his arse, and I give him a bit of money when I was flush, and I said, sort me out a bass. And it took like a year or two, but he sorted me out a wonderful deal, and he lent me a bass while I was waiting. So I'm not whinging, and that is my precision. I'm not bothered ever about getting another one. That'll do me. It does the job of the precision. I feel that way about nearly all of my guitars, apart from the Live 2 and the ESP. They are all physical extensions of me. I could do without them all. The Telecaster here, this Telecaster number 4, this was the first one I got. This is from one of those kit builds. And me and a buddy, we this was a paddle, and I think we'd done a great job there. He did a great job. I stood and watched. But we knocked this up, made it string through, and he let me raid his bits box. And I'm going to put a scratch plate on this. And the neck is completely fucked. I've tried everything to get it straight. So it's a case of, maybe get another neck. Or, this is such a shame because it's such a nice bit of wood. Let me look at that, yeah. If I can get it enough so I can jack the nut up, jack the bridge up, and make a slide guitar out of it. That's what else can I do at the end of the day? But this isn't getting binned. If I can get it in a good playable condition, I might give it away. I might do like a competition because it is, I did all the artwork, so this is very sort of Black 2 Fox. But a smart looking thing, when it's put together. And I have done gigs with this. It's just the neck just went fucking mad. I don't know what the coup is, but yeah, and it's bent back like that way. And I'm doing my absolute best, and it's not helping not having tension on it right now. But it's got the harness, and the pickups are all in there, so it's not like an impossible task to get her back up on the road. But I'm going to make a slide guitar out of that most likely, which is an open G is another thing that I do have to think about. I mean, like Chris, if you're watching, I love you, buddy. APX7 here, always in Delta G, out of tune at the minute, but always in Delta G. We love Delta G. Delta G's the best. Yeah, great little guitar, this. This has got some age to it. This is from the 90s, and it's a wonderful guitar, wonderful pickup system. Recessed knob, so you can set and forget, which is a very cool little feature. And because of its small size, it takes on quite a lot of the characteristics of a parlour guitar. And as some of you that know me well know, fucking love parlour guitars. Haven't got the money to get a good one, so not bothering. So just getting what I can get, and that's what I did with this. Is got what I could get, and doing this gig at the weekend. Touch wood. I am so pleased not to have to take a friend's expensive guitar. Taking my own guitar. Phew, you know. And it doesn't sound terrible, it's remarkable, really. Tell me that sounds horrible. So yeah, on a budget, it's a lot easier to get a decent sounding Dreadnought guitar than it is a parlour guitar. There's science behind that. It's not just a belief. Now this thing, very basic, very, very basic. But the balance is good. It's a nice weight. The weight is just right. It's a laminated top, but it all feels very alive. It was bright, but it felt sort of, it's warming up, like the Strats. This just hadn't been played a long time, been hung up, and it's just warming up. Guitars like to be played, and tonally, it benefits them. And this guitar was all over the place, like it just wasn't stable at first, and it's really stable now. It's like, it's like I haven't picked it up for a couple of days, took it off the wall there, and it's in tune. It's a wonderfly in tune guitar. The nylon string is obviously like, I'm still pursuing flamenco playing. I've written a piece actually. So yeah, all happens. It all happens here. And it's a shame I've lost you all. So yeah, Guitar Mystery solved. That's the secrets of my tone, and that'll do. Hopefully getting a Vox amp very shortly, and the floating trem guitar. So I'll either show you them next, or I'll give you a sneak peek on some of the stuff that's been going on in the studio. And because probably the most productive I've ever in my life musically. This is like the summer of '97 and the summer of '98, which were two extraordinarily, like '97. It's like March, April, May of '97 was a burst of songs, some of which I still play to this day, and like the summer of '98, June, July, again was extraordinarily creative. I was going out every spare minute and sitting by a babbling brook, getting stoned and playing guitar. Talking of which, I need to go and play some guitar. I have pestered you enough with tales of my terrible tone. I've had some lovely guests. I'm so sorry my stream didn't work. I'm bloody annoyed about that. I shall have to get back and review. And I might come and do something later because I'm going to be away for a week. So I'll probably come back and do something later, which is a bit better put together than this. Because this was rubbish, wasn't it? All right, big love, rock on, stay healthy, stay clean, and stay fucking heavy out there. And I will be doing a Vox Stomp Lab video for a chap in Indonesia that asked me a lot of interesting questions, which I feel I need to address. So take care.